Since the advent of man, there has been continual disagreement and agitation, which is evident in the history of mankind. Due to this intrinsic aggressive nature, man has engaged in combat with man from the beginning of time. At first, individual fighting was disorganized and performed in a haphazard manner. Pure survival was the need of the day. Then, approximately 4,000 to 3,500 years ago, Chinese monks devised Kung Fu within the confines of their monastery. They organized a system of hand-to-hand fighting for survival, but also for physical fitness. The mind as well as the body was taken into consideration. A healthy body, a healthy mind. Kung Fu was organized into 5 basic areas: punching, kicking, leverage, throwing, and physical dynamics. Thus, Kung Fu evolved as the first organized system of hand-to-hand combat. As time passed, Kung Fu became more articulate and refined. Kung Fu in part became known to other countries: Japan, Okinawa, Korea. A certain amount of deviation and distortion occurred, which is evident today. The United States, since the end of World War II, has been exposed to numerous methods of Oriental fighting. The public often associates the art of brick breaking, board breaking, and toughening of the hands as methods of becoming an effective fighter. First, board and brick breaking are of a theatrical nature and have no connection with the techniques of fighting. Second, the claim that developing calluses on the hands and breaking of the bones are methods that develop power is completely false. Any medical doctor will verify the fact that damage and continuous injury to the bones and nerves of the hands will decrease their power and reaction ability. A professional boxer who injures his hands seriously or numerously may have to involuntarily retire. Thus, breaking of the hands can only lead to permanent injury to uninformed individuals. The clarification and distinction of our psychology is most important. First, confidence in oneself is the main ingredient that enables a person to perform effectively and consistently. In contrast, the other Oriental fighting systems claim to instill into their students a mystical ingredient upon which they can depend in moments of stress. In other words, a crutch is given to enable the person to perform, thus creating a superficial confidence. San Soo strives to develop a strong respect for other men. We assume that the character of any individual cannot be completely known. Because of this supposition, we cannot determine who is a fighter and who is not. In conclusion, the above facts were brought out not to ridicule or abuse, but to distinguish fact from fantasy, which has blinded the American public. So, when the public views Oriental fighting as a system based on logic, common sense, and science, then and only then will Kung Fu San Soo be appreciated to its fullest extent. Kung Fu San Soo is not a sport, but fighting techniques. It is based on a combination of punches, kicks, strikes, and takedowns done in perfect rhythm. These techniques are directed to vital points of the human body. The techniques of San Soo can be changed instantly to suit any situation not following a set pattern. The utilization of highly scientific principles of physics involving movement and leverage, as well as intense concentration and controlled breathing, gives the San Soo fighter extreme power. Agility, balance, coordination, humility, and respect for one's fellow man are emphasized. Thus, Kung Fu San Soo is a complete fighting art which leads to the development of human character. You can take my life, but not my confidence. Jin Soo-jeok, aka Jimmy H. Woo, 1978.